If you ever look up at the sky and notice a glowing ring encircling the sun, do not ignore it. Do not treat it as something beautiful or harmless. In that moment, nature may be sending a warning far more serious than it appears. This luminous halo, often formed by ice crystals high in the atmosphere, can sometimes signal that a sudden change in weather is approaching. In many regions, such a ring has historically appeared before powerful storms, heavy rainfall, or rapidly shifting atmospheric pressure system. While it is not a supernatural sign, it is a reminder that the sky is in motion, and that calm conditions can change faster than expected. When you see it, your first instinct should not be to stand and admire it for too long. Instead, become aware of your surroundings. Check the weather updates if possible. If the sky already looks unstable, darkening clouds, strong winds, or distant thunder, move indoors without delay. Secure shelter, especially if you are in an open area, on the road, or in a vulnerable structure. Nature does not always announce its next move in obvious ways. Sometimes it whispers through subtle patterns in light and air. A ring around the sun is one of those moments that asks for attention, awareness, and caution. Stay observant, stay prepared, and always respect the sky's ability to change without warning. A ring around the sun's solar halo can be a visible atmospheric phenomenon formed by ice crystals high in the sky. A ring around the sun, often called a solar halo, is a natural optical phenomenon created by the interaction of sunlight with ice crystals suspended high in the Earth's atmosphere, usually in cirrostratus clouds. These clouds form at very high altitudes, where temperatures are extremely low, allowing tiny hexagonal ice crystals to develop. When sunlight passes through these crystals, it is refracted, or bent, in such a way that the light is spread out into a circular ring around the sun. The halo typically appears at an angle of about 22 degrees from the sun, creating a perfect glowing circle in the sky. This effect is not rare, but it is often striking enough to capture attention because of its beauty and symmetry. The colors may sometimes appear faintly, with a subtle rainbow-like edge, depending on the size and orientation of the ice crystals. While it is not a supernatural sign, it is an important reminder of the complex interactions happening in the upper atmosphere, where invisible processes shape what we see from the ground. It helps scientists understand cloud structure and atmospheric conditions more clearly over time. It also shows the beauty of natural physics in action everywhere around. It is sometimes associated with changing weather conditions, such as incoming storms or shifts in atmospheric pressure. A solar halo, the bright ring sometimes seen encircling the sun, is more than just a visual spectacle. It can also serve as a subtle indicator of changing atmospheric conditions. This phenomenon occurs when sunlight passes through thin, high-altitude cirrostratus clouds made of countless ice crystals. These crystals act like tiny prisms, bending and scattering the light in a way that produces a circular glow around the sun. The ring usually forms at a fixed angle, creating a consistent halo effect that can stretch across a large portion of the sky. While it is scientifically explained through optics and atmospheric physics, many people throughout history have associated it with shifts in weather patterns. In some cases, the presence of cirrostratus clouds that produce halos can signal that a low-pressure system is approaching, which may bring rain, wind, or storms within the next 24 to 48 hours. Because of this, observers often become more alert when they notice a halo forming overhead. However, it is important to understand that the halo itself is not dangerous. It is simply a sign of conditions in the upper atmosphere. Its appearance encourages people to observe their environment more carefully, stay informed about weather forecasts, and remain prepared for possible changes in the sky. The appearance of a halo should be taken as a signal to stay alert and observe the surrounding weather carefully. Although a ring around the sun is a fascinating optical effect, it can also serve as a practical reminder to pay attention to the environment around you. When a solar halo appears, it means that thin, high-altitude clouds are present, and these clouds are often part of larger weather systems developing far above the ground. As these systems move, they can gradually influence local conditions, sometimes leading to increased cloud cover, shifts in wind direction, or even precipitation later in the day or the following day. This is why people who are aware of weather patterns often treat the appearance of a halo as a cue to stay observant. It is not a direct danger signal, but it can be an early visual clue that the atmosphere is becoming unstable. In everyday life, noticing such signs can help individuals make better decisions, such as planning travel, securing outdoor items, or preparing for sudden weather changes. It also highlights the importance of combining observation with modern weather forecasts, rather than relying on appearance alone. Nature often communicates through subtle visual signals, and the solar halo is one of the most striking examples. By understanding it, we learn to respect the dynamic nature of the atmosphere and remain more aware of the world above us. If the sky already shows signs of instability, dark clouds, strong winds, or thunder, you should move to a safe indoor shelter quickly. Seeing a ring around the sun can feel unusual, even dramatic, but it is actually a natural sign of specific conditions in the upper atmosphere. This glowing circle forms when sunlight interacts with millions of tiny ice crystals found in thin cirrostratus clouds high above the Earth. These crystals are shaped in a way that bends light at precise angles, creating a full circular halo around the sun. While the event itself is harmless, it often appears when large-scale weather systems are moving in from a distance. These systems can bring gradual changes in temperature, cloud density, and wind behavior as they approach a region. Because of this connection, many observers view the halo as a gentle warning that the calmness of the sky may not last long. It encourages people to become more mindful of their surroundings, especially if they are outdoors or traveling. In open areas, awareness becomes important, since weather conditions can shift more quickly than expected once these cloud systems develop further. The key idea is not fear, but readiness. Nature provides visual cues that help us interpret what is happening above us, and a solar halo is one of the most noticeable examples. Paying attention to it builds a habit of observation, caution, and respect for changing weather patterns. The key message is preparedness and awareness, since weather can change rapidly and safety depends on timely action. The appearance of a ring around the sun is a reminder that the atmosphere is constantly active, even when the sky seems calm and clear. This optical phenomenon, known as a solar halo, is created when sunlight passes through high-altitude clouds filled with ice crystals. These crystals are arranged in such a way that they bend and reflect light into a wide circular pattern around the sun. While it is visually stunning and often admired for its beauty, it also has practical significance in understanding weather behavior. In many cases, these cirrostratus clouds are part of larger weather systems that are slowly moving across regions, sometimes indicating that changes in weather conditions may follow. These changes can include increased cloud cover, shifting winds, or the possibility of rain or storms in the coming hours or days. For this reason, noticing a solar halo can encourage people to stay alert and observe their surroundings more carefully. It serves as a natural reminder that weather is not static, but always evolving. Although the halo itself is not a danger, it symbolizes the importance of awareness and preparation. By paying attention to such signs, we develop a better understanding of nature's patterns and improve our ability to respond calmly and wisely to environmental changes.